morning. This is going to be the weekly twin flame reading, and I know the energies have been really tough lately, and understand everyone isn't going to resonate with the same energies. It just depends really on where your soul is from, planetary wise, because most of us are otherworldly. So, as far as these different astrological events, and you hear people talking about them, they're not going to resonate with everybody. So, if they don't resonate with you, don't think, oh, well, I'm not on a spiritual journey, I'm not on a twin flame journey. But these have been my energies. And I've been really clearing a lot of fears and stuff. And that's what this journey is all about, is clearing fears. Because the first card that we have is Alchemy. And Alchemy is all about transmuting fears back into love, that love source energy where we came from. And how do we do that? See, people tell us that, and then they don't tell us how to do it. Well, I'm going to tell you how to do it because I've learned the hard way. And how you do it is every single time a fear comes up, tell yourself, I almost redid my video. I've redone it twice, but I'm not going to redo it. What I am going to say is embrace that fear. Love that about yourself. I know I had a week where I faced fear of rejection, and then I faced fear of loss. And over the weekend, I faced fear of failure. I was so scared of failure that I almost quit my channel. I almost quit this channel altogether because I was like, man, I'm just not getting the response I want. But what I've learned, though, is that people want to go and they want to hear what their partner is doing. That's what they're going to videos to do. And understand, if you have not watched my twin flame videos before, I do not do that. I'm not going to tell you what your twin flame is doing. The reason why is because this journey is about you and you only, and you are your twin flame. You are the same soul. And to focus your energy on the twin flame is to shift away from what you need to focus on, and that is you, in clearing these fears. Because the only thing that's keeping you and your twin flame apart physically are fears. But don't do this to be with your twin flame. Do this so that you feel better. Aren't you tired of being afraid? I know I was. And it is hard when you're facing fears. But what you do when these fears come up is that you embrace them and you love that about yourself. And the other thing that I've learned is it's all right to feel your feelings, clear those thoughts, because that is where you're creating all of the physical situations that you're having with your twin flame. Yes, you are doing that. Anything that's happened with you and your twin flame has not done anything. It's all been you creating it. It's been all in your mind. If no one has told you this, I'm so sorry. I know I watched probably 300 twin flame readings on YouTube, and not one time did anyone ever tell me that I was creating these in my mind. But you are. So clear your thoughts, but do feel your feelings. But don't believe your thoughts. Tell yourself these are not true. It takes a lot of energy to do this, but after a while it will be effortless. You would be amazed at how many times a day that you obsess about your twin flame. All day I find myself saying, stop it. Nope. Stop it. Nope. Stop it. Because you and your twin flame are actually in the fifth dimension right now, together, overseeing everything, deciding what type of experiences they want you to have. You. And like if you show fear, okay, I'm scared that my twin flame's going to ghost me again. Well, you know what's going to happen? That's going to happen over and over again until you realize that you're the one that's doing it. And why am I scared he or she are going to ghost me anyway? I have to be complete and whole on my own and not do this for anybody else but myself. And after a while, this will become effortless. And I am going to say something else. The reason why we do not focus on the physical form of our twin flame is that because basically we are the puppet master and they are the puppet. Okay, and they are completely oblivious to what's going on. Completely. Their physical form, the only reason their physical form matters is because we would be attracted to that person. Otherwise, we wouldn't have, ran into them, been interested in them. I know I reconnected with mine. We went to school, elementary and middle school together. I moved to a different state and we reconnected on Facebook. But the whole time, understand the whole time we were together. But I look at him more as like an avatar because he responds to my energy. Now, I'm going to say something else. Let me pick this card back up. I'm going to say something else. There is a lot of bullshit in twin flame communities and the twin flame groups. I had to leave all of them. All of these people that are so-called in union and off, being superheroes together and stuff, bullshit. It's bullshit. Because, why? Because the physical form of your twin flame is oblivious to all of this. In fact, once you come into physical union, they're still not going to know. Now, they know it's a very deep spiritual connection, soulful connection. They do know that. And if they would ever ask you, don't hide it from them, but understand they are responding to your energy. And the type of relationship you're going to have in the physical world with your twin flame is not what you're going to expect. So all of these couples that you see parading around that are doing missions together and all this talk of union is bullshit. Real twin flames in union, you don't even see their twin flame, ever. Because they don't even know what's going on. Child innocence sees. This is, to me, when I saw this card, this is all about, see how comfortable and safe, without fears, without conditions. This is after that alchemy. This is returning to that original form that we were in when we believed and we trusted and we were innocent and we were vulnerable. I know when I first met my twin flame in the physical world and my soul recognized itself, it was amazing. And then before you know it, he started showing me signs of my exes. I was like, oh my God, this is not fucking happening. He is not acting like my exes. I mean, one after another after another. But you know what? That was my fears. And I had to really face that. And you know what? Poor thing. He was never any of those things. The whole time, all he was wanting to do was to love me and to care about me. And understand love is not a verb. So the way that I said that was wrong. Love is a state of being. Love is a vibration. Love is who we are at the core. But we're programmed, and even you see how programmed I was. I even said it wrong. He's not there waiting to love me and care about me because those are conditions that I would place on him. He already does. Just his being. And you want to know why? Because I love myself, therefore he loves me. I've had to learn how to focus on myself and love myself more so that he does. I mean, he already does, but it's hard to explain. Understand we're already together in the fifth dimension, and these are just demos. These are just simulations. And so there's already love there in the fifth dimension, but we're trying to return to that in the 3D and ground it in the physical realm so that we can have a physical relationship together, one that is absolutely unconditional, which means not having any requirements of the other person whatsoever, because we are whole and complete on our own. That is the goal of this alchemy right now, of what we are doing. That is the goal. And I'm having trouble picking this card up. So, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Even childhood. If you had a shitty childhood like I did and my twin flame did, we really had shitty childhoods. We chose those experiences. Once again, we're in the fifth dimension trying to determine what kind of experiences we want to have apart and together. But the whole time we're really together, it just appears that we're separate. So anything that's happened, either with your twin flame or with your parents or with others, you need to forgive and look for the lessons in those things. And that is how you shift. That is how you continue to shift over and over again. You don't have to do no kind of fancy healing or anything like that. All you do is change your perspective. That is all healing is on this journey, is changing your perspective, looking at it a different way. So stop paying all these expensive healers to do stuff that you can do yourself. I spent probably $6,000 on this journey over the past 3 years, and I will not spend another dime. We have the White Buffalo Calf Woman Sacred Fire. So once again, this is going through the fire. This is being that alchemy, changing metals into gold. And you are doing that by clearing these fears and really facing yourself, because when we focus on the physical form and start saying the physical form of the twin flame, because your twin flame could be in a different body. Your twin flame could not even be in a body right now. Some people have that going on. How would you like that? So whenever you're complaining about your twin flame, think about the fact that there's people out here that their twin flame is not even in a physical body. So when you're focused on the physical form of your twin flame, that means that you're shifting the focus away from yourself. And when you do that, you're avoiding what you need to be working on, because the key to this journey is self-focus. That is how we magnetize them back in. But understand, I know I freak out sometimes because I'm like, all right, I'm self-focused. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I've got the right perspective, and he's still not here. What's going on? And then I tell myself, I'm still too focused on being with him. That's not the focus of this journey. The focus of this journey is for me to feel better and to become whole and complete on my own. There's always a lesson. There's always something to look at. That's how you navigate this journey. To clarify that card, we have Scandal Before Stardom. Making it look easy is hard. May your bathroom humor leave a serious legacy. I love these cards. The Scandal Before Stardom, that immediately what came to me was, stop talking about your twin flame to others. Stop it. They don't understand. I mean, do they understand the fact that you are creating the situations with your twin flame and that they're really all in your head and that he or she's really a good guy? And you're making them look like an asshole. And then, what's going to happen? I know my twin flame said to me, he said, you have talked about me so bad to so many people that I don't even want to come to where you're at now, because we're 500 miles apart. And I know this upset me so bad. But you got to understand that every single demo or simulation is individual in itself. And once you stop focusing on it, stop talking about it, stop crying about it, it shifts. And you know what? He doesn't even remember the shit that's happened. I mean, some of it he does. It's really crazy. But once you keep, I know I had a situation where he had left me for somebody. Oh, I was real upset. And that's all I did was talk about it. And, even when he would try to come back to me, I'd be like, nope, you got somebody. Go back to her. Go back to her. And you know what? Immediately, I was right back on that timeline again. I stayed on that timeline for like 4 months when I could have cleared it almost instantly. If your fears manifest something in your twin flame union, just stop focusing on it. Focus on something else. Tell yourself it's not real. Feel what you have to feel. Clear your thoughts. And you know what? It shifts. It moves out of the way. That is another key to navigating this journey. And nobody's told you that either, have they? I'm telling you, I don't read anything twin flame related whatsoever now. Nothing. It all comes from source. Really meditate and really connect with your spirit guides and with your guidance and with your own soul energy. And even take what I'm saying, like only what resonates. Use discernment. because everybody's journey is individual, and I'm teaching from mine. So only take what resonates. But the basics, the like main stuff that I'm telling you is true. All right, so that scandal before stardom, stop talking about it. Stop creating scandals within your twin flame union. It's sacred. Stop talking about it. Making it look easy is hard. This is all that effortless. After a while, once you start being mindful of your thoughts, it will become second nature. It will become so easy to you. Crone Transmutation. This is that same thing as that alchemy and going through the fire. I mean, there's a lot of this going on. And that's what this journey is about. And understand, if you are on a twin flame journey, it's because your soul knew you were ready. That shared soul that you have with your twin flame. Now understand, because we are the puppet master, and we are really the puppet master to their puppet. At times it seems really unfair, and you need to remove that word from your vocabulary. Unfair, that's victim mentality. Remove it. But in all practical purposes, I'm going to say that sometimes it seems unfair. Like, why do I have to do all of the work? That's the other thing. People say, oh, they have to, the runner, which there is no runner, because it's all an illusion, everything that's going on. There is no runner. So once again, mark that out of your head. But that they need to do their work, they need to heal, they need to be healed and all this. No. You're doing it for both. But there's going to come a time that you get to decide what kind of relationship, what type of partnership that you want to have, and what you want to have with the twin flame. That is the magic of being the one that has to do all of the work. There is a bonus. We haven't got there yet. Angel of Strength. Really, really work on those fears, because how do you become stronger? By being fearless and by facing these fears. I'm going to tell you, I have become so much stronger. I know sometimes I get to where I cry and I'm like, I just want to be held and comforted and told everything's all right. Sometimes I want somebody else to come in and do it. But it's really hard to, be with somebody else. You know that. But I've had to really give that to myself. And my spirit guide said, okay, which would you rather be, comforted and coddled, or would you rather be a goddess, a divine goddess? The goddess that you are already is just you've forgotten. See, that's what this journey is about, is remembering who we are, stripping off all that is not us. Patience. This is the other thing. The energy I got with this card is that there's a lot of waiting in this spread. Sitting around waiting on the twin flame to come in so you can live happily ever after. Well, for one thing, I haven't gotten there yet, but this is not a regular romance. This is not a fairy tale. This is not going to be a relationship like anything you've ever had before. So do clear that first of all. Second of all, you need to make your own self happy first, because that is key. Because as long as you're dependent upon the twin flame for happiness, guess what? That's a condition, and there he goes out or she goes out the door again. They cannot come to you as long as you're in that energy. I have talked to people in these twin flame groups and stuff who have been on this journey for like 10 years. Like 10 years? I've been on this for 3, and it's 10. And it's because they're sitting around waiting on something to happen, watching these videos. Oh, the divine masculine's awakened. He's going to come and declare his love for you. He's going to come explain himself to you. I mean, how many of those videos have you watched? And this is what's got people stuck. So stop believing that shit. Seriously. You're doing this. You are. The monster within. Internal struggle. Personal challenges, wanting to improve. So once again, this is going within. Slaying your own dragons. Coming out on the other side, a divine god, goddess. Not needing anyone else for shit. It's a beautiful energy. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer. I'm still kind of on that push-pull type of thing, but this is the other thing. If your twin flame is not with you right now, it is a gift from your soul, because this means you have something to work on. Do find it and work on it, but don't do it with the sole purpose of being with the physical form of the twin flame. That is key. Do it for you. When you do it for you, that is what magnetizes them in. But once again, fruition. This is everything that you want is on the other side of fear. Everything. You've just got to get to the other side. And then you've got to stay balanced. You've got to stay balanced and understand the physical union with the twin flame is last. It comes last. You have to be completely free of fears in order to be with the twin flame physically. When I lean toward love, I am led. People do say that love and fear are mutually exclusive. They cannot exist together, and that is true. They are they're opposite polarities, and fear doesn't even exist, really, because there really are no opposites or polarities. There's only oneness. So fear doesn't even exist. It's just an illusion. There's only love. We have the Lover's card. And what I got from this right away was understand you guys are together in the fifth dimension right now. You're already together, working together. So anytime the twin flame shows up, the physical form of the twin flame shows up, it's to keep you honest and to show you something. What is it they're trying to show you? And don't take it personally, because this is your energy doing it. House. What I'm getting with this is that whole foundation thing. We are basically building a new house, because the foundation of the old house was built on falseness, on fears and conditions and things that we took on from our parents and our caregivers and teachers and peers that aren't real. So we're basically stripping those off right now, and building a new foundation, one that is not fear-based, one that is love-based. And there's something with the rooms too. I almost feel like each room is one of those things that we need to face. We need to shine light on it. Turn the light on in the rooms and look around and dust the corners and knock the cobwebs off. Turn the light on it and really see what needs fixed. That message came through too. Bouquet of Flowers. And I don't read this. These things here can be so damn negative. And since we create our own reality, I'm not going to deal with anything negative whatsoever. But I know I've been buying myself a bouquet of flowers every week. I started doing that because I thought that was showing myself love. I was like, oh, this is showing myself love. I'm going to get a pedicures and keep up with my self-care, which those are good things. I'm not taking away from, and I'm not even taking away from the bouquet of flowers, because they do make me very happy, and I don't need anybody to buy me a bouquet of flowers. I buy myself. And that's kind of a message too. Do things for yourself. Do continue living. Find things that you enjoy. But in order to love yourself, you got to love all of the parts. And even if there is something, and understand, I want to take something back. You are not broken. We are not broken. That's why we don't need all this healing. But what we are is, like I said, shining light on areas that need shined light on. And even if it's something that we see that does need improved or worked on, love yourself in spite of it. Accept yourself. Be like, you know what? I know I tend to obsess and worry and be anxious. And you know what? I accept that and love that about myself anyway. And then once you stop feeding that or resisting that and feeding that fear based energy, watch it diminish. It'll do that on its own. Here is the Oracle, Spirit Oracle card here. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out. Dearest you, there's only one you. You have a unique path and a special purpose. You're supposed to have specific experiences in this world, meet certain people, but then it is up to you how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. Wow. Don't compare yourself to others, especially on this journey. Do not do that. I'm adding that. Do not compare yourself because everyone's journey is different. It's easy to think a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards, but you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self. I feel like that goes with that forgiving and learning card. See how far you've come. Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's what gets you successful and find happiness. Want what you have now, not what someone else has. We love you immensely and know your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust, loving you forever and ever. Wow. And when it talks about loving your past self, so do forgive and accept yourself too for whatever you feel like was a mistake. There are no mistakes on this journey. Everything's being divinely guided. Believe that. Don't be distracted by what others are doing and accomplishing. And that kind of goes back to this. I would see people that were so called in twin flame union, and I was like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? I was like all on their social media page trying to, whatever they posted, I was taking it to be the law of the land. Like, this is definitely like, these are like rules for twin flame union. And they were not. Because it wasn't real. But you know what? I've been thinking about it and I thought, how can that be? Well, understand we're having simulated experiences. So what better way for you to test your own intuition than to see some bullshit and question it and use discernment? You see what I'm saying? So definitely go within and definitely do question. And even what I'm saying, the only thing that I'm telling you for real, the main principles, the things that I said do really resonate with, those are what's the word for it? Spiritual truths. That is ancient wisdom that I have picked up on my journey and that I wanted to share with you that will help you not be stuck anymore. But anything that I've talked about, like from my own journey, as far as that goes, understand everyone's journey is different, so don't expect yours to look like mine. But if you would like, here I said don't spend any money, but if you would like a personal reading where I can take a look at your situation and let you know what is blocking you and what you want, what you need to work on. I'm not going to tell you what your twin flame is or is not doing, because I don't do that. But I will tell you what you need to work on and what has you stuck. If you would like to make an energy donation, I will include my PayPal email and my handle for my Cash App in the description of the video. Thank you for watching.